Hello everyone, in this video you'll see how you can use the SDK Magic Tool to export the resource rates from Excel to Primavera. This will be the video number 31 in this group of videos, and we will use the SQLite database in this video. You can also use Oracle database or SQL server when you select any of them. From the main menu, select dictionary, and from the import menu, search for the resource rates. And let us import the resource rates in this current database. As you see, we have no resource rates in this database, but we have the table format that we should fill in to export the resource rates from Excel to Primavera. In column number 2, you will find a drop list for all resources in this database, and you can select any of these resources to prepare the resource rates according to your projects. For example, let us select some of these resources to learn how you can use the SDK Magic Tool. For example, we have now these 5 resources, and we will export the resource rates for these 5 resources. Let us first go to Primavera to check these results. As you see, this is the same database, and these are the resources, and according to the prices, we have no price per units for any of these resources. Let us change the resources. As you see, there are no resource rates in this database. We have selected in Excel these 5 resources. In order to learn how you can use the SDK Magic Tool, let us go back to the SDK Magic Tool. For the effective date, let us select this date as effective date for these resources, and let us copy this and paste it for all resources. For the maximum units per time, for example, to know how you can use the SDK Magic Tool, let us select these numbers, and for the 5 prices, let us start from 1 and this only to learn how you can use SDK Magic Tool. Let us change these prices for the 5 resources only to check the difference between these price per units. And now we are ready to export these resource rates to Primavera. From this option, select resource rates and export these resource rates to Primavera. As you see, we have now all of these resource rates in Primavera. When you export new resource rates to Primavera, the column number 1 must be blank, and these numbers will be set by the SDK Magic Tool. When we import the current resource rates in Primavera, now we have these 5 resource rates in Primavera, and when we go to Primavera to check these updates, from file refresh data to get the updates, now as you see, we have these prices as we have prepared in Excel, the same prices and the same effective date for all of these resources. You can prepare the resource rates for all of your resources in the database, and you can use as many as you need from the effective dates. For example, for the resource number 5, let us select another effective date. This is our resource, and we will use another effective date, and the prices we will change the maximum units here 6 and 7 and so on. Nine and 10. Let us export this in new price per units. Okay, now we have these updates in Primavera. Let us import. As you see, we have now two resource rates for this resource with two different effective dates. Let us go to Primavera to check these updates. Refresh data for this resource. As you see, we have now two resource rates, one from this date and the other from another date, and these are the prices that we have prepared in Excel. As you see, it's very easy and very flexible and also very fast when you use the SDK Magic Tool to export the resource rates. You can also remove any of these resource rates when you change this N to Y. Let us remove the second effective date for this resource, and let us export this to Primavera. Now we have these updates in Primavera. Let us import the updates. As you see, the second resource rate for this resource has been deleted. Let us go to Primavera to check these updates. We have now two effective dates after we refresh data. As you see, we have now only one resource rate in this effective date. As you see, it's very fast, flexible, and also very accurate when you use the SDK Magic Tool to export the resource rates to Primavera. You can remove all resource rates when you change all of these N to Y. For example, let us remove all of these resource rates. Export this to Primavera. Import. Now you have no resource rates in the database. Let us go to Primavera. Refresh data. As you see, for these 5 resources, we have now no resource rates. This was how you can use the SDK Magic Tool to export and update the resource rates of Primavera resources. Thank you and goodbye.